Hey, what is up, guys? This is Chris, and I'm back with more Everyday RC and a little bit of a weekly update video here just to share with everyone what's going on in my RC world. It's good to see that you guys have enjoyed the last few videos I've put up. I'm having a lot of fun getting back into the hobby, and the response has been really good. And a lot of you have enjoyed that last upgrade video I did on my Traxxas 8S Xmaxx, as you can see right here. For those of you that didn't see it, I'll put a link right at the top of the video. You can check that out at the end. But yeah, I just wanted to share with you guys a few of the projects I have going on and just to share some information. So yeah, the last video I had installed all the RPM products and Integy axle products here for the front and rear on the truck. And there were two last things that I wanted to do. A good friend of mine, Toe Cutter, if you see him in the comments section, hit him up. He had suggested that I do the RPM threaded hinge pins, which I have installed, as you can see right here. And they went together pretty good. Everything worked out. There was one slight modification that you need to do. You have to drill out one side of the A-arm to allow the pin to pass all the way through, and then you just set it up with that lock nut at the end of the threaded hinge pin, and that worked out really good. And I also I ordered another hot racing sway bar for the front. So now I have the front and rear sway bar kits from Hot Racing, and they are not meant to go on the stock A-arms or the RPM A-arms. They are only meant for the Hot Racing aluminum A-arms, but I have made them work. I simply just located them where I wanted them to be and just drilled a hole through the A-arm, and they work really good. I haven't had any issues on the stock A-arms, so I doubt I'll have any issues on these RPM A-arms, and they look really good on there. Matches the blue theme awesome, and they work really good. I haven't had any issues with them. You can see my rear one's been beat up pretty good because it's been on the truck for a while. Yeah. So all the upgrades are completed for the Xmaxx at this point. Just got to get out there and test everything out. I got a small little project. Okay, so you guys might have noticed in my last community post showing the newest addition to the Everyday RC family, and that is we got a little puppy. We got a 2-month-old called a Labrador. That is the breed. She's basically a mix between a Labrador and an Australian cattle dog called a Heeler, which is pretty cool. And her name is Lacey, and she's really cool. You know, with everything going on in the world right now, you know, my wife and my kids are home. They've been home for over a month now, longer than that, probably close to 2 months, and they wanted a little companion, and I gave in. And you know, what better way to steal your heart than a little 2-month-old little puppy dog? So she's great. I'll share her as she grows along with the channel, and I'm actually trying to get her used to RC cars. Now, she is a cattle dog, so these Australian Heelers, they are used to herd cattle and they like chasing things. So I figured what better way to get her into the hobby than to let her chase around my RC cars. So she's 2 months old. I'm trying to get her acclimated to the RCs. I already threw her up on the Xmaxx. It was kind of funny to see her sitting on top of the Xmaxx, but I got her chasing around this a little bit, and she's chewing on the tires, getting her used to being around RCs, so she's not so scared. But unfortunately, my stock nickel metal hydrate here is done. I actually had done an upgrade on this Traxxas Teton years ago. That's my Dusty Motors dust cover right there. But I quickly went out when I had problems with the stock electronics, and I bought this Toro little I think it's a 1/16th brushless combo here. So I can run LiPo batteries in it, although running it on the stock 1200 milliamp nickel metal hydrate, it actually moves pretty good. So I really feel no need to run this truck on LiPo batteries. I drive it indoors, don't really drive it outside too much. It's fast with the nickel metal hydrate. It's got plastic drive shafts. There are a ton of aluminum upgrades you could do to this truck, but I just enjoy driving it like that. So I did have to go out and just buy a new Traxxas nickel metal hydrate Going to swap it out for the Dean's connector, unfortunately, because when I had soldered up this combo, I don't know if it came with the Dean's or I soldered these on myself, but I modified the Traxxas battery with the Dean's. So I'm just going to solder some Dean's on here and use this battery. Very inexpensive. I think this battery cost me 20 bucks. So that's another little project, and stay tuned to see more of Lacey. I'll be sharing more of her with you guys. We'll get her in the hobby room sooner or later. And I also got a pretty cool little project going on here with my Slash 4x4 Ultimate LCG. So a lot of people were asking me in one of my live videos if I like the Slash 4x4, and I definitely love this truck. This is my Slash 4x4 LCG. It's been great, held up phenomenally through the years. Haven't done too many things to this truck, but I have put a decent amount of upgrades as far as it's all RPM'd out. I do have the STRC steering bell crank installed. I believe I have an upgraded steering servo in there as well. I think it's a high-tech, not really a fast servo, just got a high amount of torque. But not too much has been done to this truck. It's got the stock shocks, which work great. Put my Dusty Motor shock covers on there. Put the stock bumper back on because I had problems with the RPM one cracking, so I just threw the stock one back on there for now. Looks okay, works fine, but still have the RPM bulkhead on there. Front bumper attachment, RPM A-arms, rear bumper, the low visibility wheelie bar, mud flaps, and I also have the Proline trenchers on the split 6 beadlocks. So at one point you can only get them painted red. So at one point through the years I did remove all the red paint and I polished up the aluminum. It looked pretty good at the beginning, but as you can see it definitely dulled out. So, and I still haven't really been able to get all that red out of the Proline logo there. Kind of looks cool, a little bit of an accent, but to be totally honest, this truck is a pure basher. My son has really taken over this vehicle. We've bashed it like crazy through the years. We've also taken it to the track. That's one of the reasons why I got these split 6 beadlocks, because I would use the trenchers for bashing and then use the Proline suburbs for the clay track. And the truck has held up great. Been through a couple of drive shafts through the years. As you can see, this one's got some abuse on it. But I like to leave it in the stock form. You know, I do run my MAXAMPS batteries with the Castle 6.5mm bullets, so I know that Traxxas warranty has been voided, but I really don't have too many issues with the stock Traxxas electronics. A lot of people ask me how come I use so much stock electronics and I never have issues with them. I really don't have an answer. The only thing that I can think of is that I use MAXAMPS batteries, which are some of the highest quality batteries you can get on the market. So I'm just thinking that because they have such a high C rating, I know they're expensive. I know it's either love or hate with MAXAMPS, but they're really the only battery I've ever used through the years. And I've never run anything really in any of my vehicles other than MAXAMPS. So that's the only explanation I can give you, that all my stock electronics continue to work. So I had some plans. So a lot of people were asking me about this orange body shell that we use on here. It's actually body that my son painted. We had some spare paint, Lexan paint, and he wanted to spray paint his first body, so I gave it to my son. We had a little bit of white, a little bit of orange, and he just basically went to town and just sprayed it. I guess we had a little silver to back it. It was just really a way to get rid of all the little excess paint we had laying around. And then he sticker bombed it, and he did this probably when he was like 7 years old, and he's 12 going on 13 now. So this is a few years ago, 6-7 years ago we painted this, and it's held up great. Sticker bombed it here. Of course I got to put the Chevy bow tie on there, Proline. He put some like body tattoos on here. These are actually meant for your skin, but they actually stayed on here pretty good. But you can see a lot of the road rash. One of the original Everyday RC stickers right there. Don't have any of those anymore. I only got a few left of those. That's an original sticker right there. One of my first batch went into production. AMR RC. I like their body wraps that they do. I've had those through the years. But as you can see, this body's seen better days. It's still usable, absolutely. It definitely has some damage. Stock body's not really the thickest body, not really the most durable. But it was just something that we could throw in there and just let it get beat up. And I would still keep this around for some heavy bashing, absolutely. But I got some plans and I ordered a new body right here. So this is a body that I've really always wanted to get for this truck. I've tried some of the other Proline Chevy bodies. Didn't have too much success. They cracked kind of right away. But one of my friends put this on his Slash and took it to the track a few times. And it's pretty durable. And I really like this trophy truck style, stadium truck style body. So this is the part number right here. It's the Proline, I believe it's a 2009. It's the 1500. It's the Chevy Silverado 1500 Pro Fusion short course 4x4. So it'll fit the Slash 4x4 or the two-wheel drive. And it says here on the back, I'm pretty sure. It says right there, 2009 Chevy Silverado Proline. It's got the stadium truck look. It's got the shocks right there. And big surprise is coming. I'm going to be trimming up this body, getting it fit on there. And it's actually going to be painted by a really good, talented painter out there. I'm not going to give away his name just yet. It's going to be a surprise, so stay tuned for that. So I'm going to be getting this in the mail within the next day or so, and that's going to be a really, really cool, really, really awesome upgrade for this truck. It's just going to give it a really nice look, so stay tuned for that. And I'm almost done with my little weekly update here. One last thing I wanted to touch on is I got to put some information out there to the public. Okay, so I've had a few people reach out to me that my discount code wasn't working, so I just wanted to give you guys the heads up. Okay, my two sponsors, MAXAMPS and CowRC, my discount codes have been renewed for the year 2020. So if you'd like to receive a 5% discount on MAXAMPS products, you can go to their website and punch in my discount code EverydayRC5, and you have to type it in that way. It is cap sensitive, so type it in exactly how you see it on the screen or down in my description box, and that'll save you 5% with MAXAMPS.com. And you can save 15% at CowRC if you type in Everyday RC on the website, and that's a great savings, 15%, and that's all good through the year 2020. So I just wanted to put that out there. Anyone that's tried to use my code and it might not have worked, it's good to go now, so feel free to use it. So I guess that's about it for me today, guys. Just wanted to give you a little weekly update on what's going on. Stay tuned for a bashing video with the Xmaxx that's going to be coming up soon. Stay tuned for puppy chasing over here with the Traxxas heating. And stay tuned for a sick paint job for the Slash 4x4 Ultimate. Oh yeah, guys, one last thing. Do you want to see these polished up aluminum, or would you like to see me spray paint these a certain color? All right, the body, I can't really give you the colors right now, but tell me if you'd like me to spray them or polish them. All right, guys, that's about it. Just hanging out here with my boy Joe Rogan, and I hope you guys are enjoying your Friday night and your weekend. So I hope you guys are all making it happen out there in your RC worlds. And for now, this is Chris, the Everyday RC Guy, saying thanks for watching. Make it happen. Peace.